Students, in this video lecture, we'll study the next part of Model 5, that is microgrid with renewable energy. We know the basics of microgrid already in the previous chapters. In this video lecture, we are going to study what is the feasibility of microgrid in present system, how can it improves the generation to compensate the demand. So the main point here is, whatever the microgrid we are going to design, if it generates the enough power for the corresponding load, whatever it is designed for, then that microgrid is called as a best microgrid. Its efficiency is very high. But the many of the microgrids are not having the exact power generation because of the renewable in nature. Usually, the microgrid development is a customer-oriented system where it can enable some smart grid technologies as well as some functions for buildings as well as for the facilities. So why it is called as customer oriented system? Because the microgrids are developed by the customers, maybe by using the solar or wind. Then they may be dependent on some other factors also. So these all matters will be considered whenever we are considering the feasibility of the microgrid. As far as the development of microgrid is considered, an integrated system encompasses the implementation of smart grid equipments, devices, softwares as well as installation. So whenever we want to develop any of the integrated system which consisting of the microgrid, it will consider, or it will have some important smart grid equipments, devices, and as smart devices are used in a microgrid, the software is necessary. Then installation must be there wherever you are going to develop the microgrid. So some improvement in the smart meter technologies has to be undertaken, because smart meters are connected towards the community or the customers. The direct impact will be there on the customer because it is connected in the distribution system. In most of the implementations, the microgrid development encompasses retrofitting infrastructure and distributed energy resources installation within the identified system. Then what research will say is, it will give the support in collaboration, which must involve some economic as well as the benefit analysis, because the research will give the platform for the analysis of all the network performances, which constitutes the system level of intelligent microgrid, in addition to the platform for the decision support. As we know in previous chapters, the intelligent systems are involved in the smart grid. So analysis of the network performance, its efficiency can be visualized. Based upon that, the intelligent decision support is also provided to the smart grid. This is the most important part of the system. This is one sample microgrid testbed environment, where you can see from the generator bus 1, this is your sub transmission line. This is your bus 3, where the power inverters are connected. These are the power we are taking from the PV models, that's why it is DC. Some wind power stations are also connected here. Here some storage technology is also maintained, because as we are generating enough power during the daytime by the solar system, maybe from the wind system, that energy must be stored. So we need to have the storage devices also in the microgrid system. Then whatever the energy which is generated from the solar, it is in DC, that may be converted into AC, so that AC power can be diverted to the loads, directly to the customers. So here whatever the generator is generating the AC power, that can also be connected to the load, as well as whatever the energy generated by the solar and wind, that is also converted from DC to AC, and it can also be supplied to the load. If the load demand is satisfactory or it matches, then the generated energy can be stored efficiently in the storage devices. So storage devices are necessary near the microgrid system. Then let us glance what is microgrid test bed. See, microgrid test bed is a collection of the HIL devices from the Teflon HIL with integrated distributed energy resources controllers, protection relays, and microgrid controllers. The HIL means the hardware in loop devices, where the hardware is also included as a part of the system. It becomes very portable when model itself is processing and it is dumped in a particular system. The very main purpose of the microgrid test bed is to comprehensively test the controller's hardware, its firmware, software, as well as all the communication aspects. All are operating perfectly or not. The condition of these all devices are very important. So your microgrid test bed, it will do these all tasks, including whatever the faults which are generating at that particular point. So this test bed, it may do these all operations in Iceland as well as in grid connected mode. So one point is very clear here. The microgrid test bed is very essential to test the controller's behavior, controller's hardware, software, and all the communication operations. Those all are tested using the microgrid test bed arrangement. This is the sample picture where the microgrid test bed real equipment, the model is shown in the picture. So these are the features of microgrid test bed. Some technical details are given here. The performance is 1 microsecond time stop simulation up to 40 multi-level converters. Analog input output, it has around 500 channels. The resolution is 16-bit. Accuracy is 1%. Voltage outputs are ranging of about 10 plus or minus 10 volt. The current outputs are around plus or minus 50 milliampere. The analog inputs, range and impedance are user defined. Sampling rate is 1 million samples per second, very important. Then connector types also, you can use any type. Digital input output channels are around 500. Its resolution is 20 nanosecond. The voltage inputs are of 3.3 volt, 5 volt, 15 volt range or level. The output voltage is also of the same range. These are the some specifications of the microgrid test bed. So whatever the figure we observed, that is the microgrid test bed topology, its design is for the study of the overall performance of the PV and wind technology. In microgrid topology, the storage technologies or storage devices are very much necessary, especially in case of island operation or the standalone operation. Wherever the microgrids are generated, if the load demand is not there, even though if the microgrid is generating the power, that power has to be stored in the storage technology or storage devices. So you need to understand the use of storage technology in the microgrid arrangement. So next part we'll study in the